In the human body there is a piece of flesh. When this piece of flesh is reformed, the entire body is reformed. And when this piece of flesh is corrupted, the entire body becomes corrupted. What is it? That if it is sound, the whole body is sound, and if it is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Be aware that it is the heart. The purer the heart becomes free from corruption, polytheism, and innovations, the stronger the faith will be, and the more righteous and good deeds will be produced by that person, MashaAllah. But the more the heart is corrupted, the more the person's deeds will be corrupted, and good deeds will no longer come from him. Instead, sinful actions will increase. Whenever the heart is pure, good deeds flow from the person, and he remains firm upon Islam. Whenever the heart is corrupt, the deeds too will be corrupt." Imam Bukhari and Muslim both narrated this hadith. A person who keeps company with bad people will inevitably fall into sin. One must stay away from people of evil such as gamblers, addicts, drunkards, drug users, those who neglect prayer, and the irreligious. These are suspicious people. If you keep their company, eventually you will also be corrupted. Invite them once, twice, or 3 times toward good. If they do not reform, then separate yourself from such people. If you know that going to a certain place will lead you to sin, then you must avoid going there from the beginning. For example, places of alcohol and immorality. Do not go near them. If you approach, you will inevitably fall into wrongdoing. This is like the Western countries, which are centers of immorality. Some claim, "I am single, pure, I don't commit sin." But once you go to such places, you will inevitably fall into sin. Protecting yourself in such environments is extremely difficult. Many people who went there fell into immorality, in places of corruption in London or America, and eventually became involved. One benefit of this hadith is, if you know that going somewhere will cause you to fall into sin, then do not go there in the first place, and do not engage in that action. For example, Allah Almighty says in the Quran, "Do not curse those whom they call upon besides Allah, lest they in turn curse Allah in enmity without knowledge." Just as when someone insults idols, the idol worshipper may retaliate by insulting Allah. Or if someone insults another person's parents, the other may in return insult his parents. So you become the cause of that sin. Another benefit of the hadith is that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, used to repeat his words several times so that people would understand properly. And finally, he emphasized, in the human body there is a piece of flesh. If it is sound, the whole body is sound, and if it is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt. It is the heart. This hadith also refutes some sinners such as certain Sufis or communists who constantly sin and do not pray or fast. If you ask them, "Why don't you pray or fast?" they reply, "My heart is pure. My piety is in my heart. I have purified my heart, so there is no need for prayer or fasting." But this is false. If your heart were pure, why would you not pray? The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever abandons prayer has disbelieved." If your heart is pure, you will pray and fast. Some say, "I don't take bribes, I don't steal, I don't gossip, but I also don't pray because my heart is clean." This is a lie. A pure heart produces pure deeds. Others refuse to wear hijab, saying, "What matters is the heart. My heart is so pure that I don't even think of sin. Even if I don't wear hijab, I dislike sin, and if someone looks at me with desire, I condemn it." But if you truly had modesty, you would wear hijab. Being without hijab leads others into temptation, and Satan whispers to people to look at you. Corrupt men will speak to you, harass you, and pursue you. If you had hijab, even shameless men would feel some restraint and say, "She is covered, I should look elsewhere." Unveiling itself is an invitation to sin. Sometimes you see someone standing with a girl in seclusion, chatting with her. If you ask, "Why are you doing this?" they say, "Our hearts are pure." But if your heart were pure, you would know that talking unnecessarily with a non-mahram is itself a sin. Speaking with the opposite gender is only permissible when there is a real need or necessity. Otherwise, whether your heart is pure or not, the act itself is sinful. Some women say, "I am going abroad alone for education." But the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "It is not lawful for a Muslim woman who believes in Allah and the last day to travel without a mahram for 3 days and nights." Today, that distance is about 81 kilometers. If the journey is that long, you must not travel without a mahram, whether your husband or brother. Saying "I will keep myself pure" is not acceptable, because the means is unlawful. Traveling alone for years without a mahram is forbidden. Allah has not permitted such travel. If you have a husband, live with him. If he lives in an Islamic country, then go with him. A heart is only truly pure when the outward actions of a person are good. The better the outward state of a person, the more it reflects the purity of the heart.